Hello, hello. My name is Ryan from Nefarious Comics. I'm coming to you for the first time in 2022 with my lovely and talented co-host Danielle, the nerdy girl. How you doing today?
Hey, happy new year, guys.
Danielle, this is like a monumental occasion because this is the first time ever I didn't trip over the second syllable in my intro video. Awesome.
There's always one.
Yeah. Now the rest of the episode is gonna be horrible. So, guys, it's just me and Danielle coming at you today. We just wanted to share with you guys, wishes for a happy, great 2022, and share with you guys some of the stuff that we have coming on. So, Danielle, how was your holidays?
It was good, super low key. We stayed home this year, kept it pretty quiet, but so relaxing. It was nice to not have to scurry around.
Yeah, it certainly was nice to not scurry around. And you know what's funny, guys? I'm going to share with you guys a little story. You know what I mean? Because I'm always up to my little schemes and plans and whatnot. So I think it was like a couple days before January 1st. I get in touch with Danielle. I'm like, yo, Danielle, I got something big for us. There's this auction house I'm not too familiar with. It's called Bruno's. They have this really killer auction stacked with some amazing books coming up.
Massive.
Yeah, the auction went live. There's pre-bidding, but it went live New Year's Day, January 1st on Saturday at noon. I'm like, this has to be a good opportunity. You know what I mean? There's going to be some deals to be had. Right. And what happened, Danielle? Share with the viewers what happened.
That ish went crazy. Like, books went nuts. AF-15 went crazy. FF1s went crazy. Literally, we were able to score one book. I don't want to share what it is yet because it's really exciting, but we picked up a book and I can't wait to share it.
Yeah, but that just goes to like the strength of the market moving into 2022. And I've been saying this for a while. I think this further cements it that like the market for your higher end books, like let's say $20,000 books and up, is on fire right now. Point in case, okay, there was it a Werewolf by Night #1, one of the 398s.
That was crazy.
Went for over $50,000 or around $50,000, like in that ballpark. I don't have the numbers in front of me. But I remember Danielle had to go by that point. I'm still watching like the bidding going back and forth, and I thought like last GPA number was like 1,900 or 3,300, something low. It ends up $50,000. I couldn't.
I'm like, oh, this is gonna go for like 15 or 20 maybe, since it's a 9.8. Yeah, right.
So that was exciting, guys, and that further cements my point that the higher end books are on fire right now. You know, despite being 3 days after Christmas, when most people would think there'd be some good deals to have, that wasn't the case. So, Danielle, looking forward to 2022. What are some of the things that we have that we're bringing for everyone?
I'm so excited. We're going to have a video game show finally, which I'm super pumped for because video games are my nostalgia. And the market and the hobby and everything just needs something positive on video games.
And informative, too.
And informative. Guys, like, I want to share a fun fact. I'm actually planning to share this on my social media. But Weta dropped the pop reports for the Nintendo system only. And there are more Hulk 181s graded than all Nintendos.
All Nintendo games.
Than all Nintendo games combined. There are more Hulk 181s graded. Like, that's like mind-blowing to me. So yeah, all like little fun facts, knowledge, information. So I'm super pumped for that. We are going to be having some Grail calls shared live, and Rage Theo is joining our little family. Super excited for that.
The Nerdy Girl family grows. Openings. Yeah, that's going to be exciting. So the Nerdy Girl family is growing. We are more than thrilled. There's a trip over my words right there. I lasted 4 minutes in. Have Rage joining. He's awesome, such a nice guy. And I think that the Grail Call shows where people do the unboxings, share what they have coming in, share the stories about how it came to be. And that's going to be so exciting. And just to back it up a little bit, guys. So Danielle and I, as you guys know, Danielle, you kill it for the video games. But one thing that we haven't been killing is coming up with a name for the concept name for the show. So guys, we need your help, and please throw it down in the comments. Come up with the name. Help us come up with the name for Danielle's video game show.
Yeah, what would you call a video game show? You know, we'll be dropping fun facts, knowledge bits, some market watches,
auction
all
previews.
Sorts of things. Yeah, auction previews for video games. So really the entire hobby as a whole, what would you call a show like that?
Yeah, and that's gonna be a lot of fun too, Danielle, because I'm still learning about video games. I think it's so neat, and
Yeah.
just I'm just trying to be absorbing all the knowledge I can from you and what you've been dropping. You know what I mean? So it's been real cool. Additionally, we got a big year ahead of Marvel releases right now. The Book of
Oh,
Boba Fett just
man.
came out on Disney Plus. Have you been watching that at all, Danielle?
No.
Not yet.
I try so hard to get into Star Wars. I also have not watched Mandalorian.
Oh,
Someone told me that Mandalorian is kind of its own standalone show, and you don't have to be a Star Wars fan to like and appreciate Mandalorian. Would you agree with that?
well, I'd say it's just good quality TV. I think you can watch it, and they're pretty good. Yeah, we can just go in and you'll learn about the character, and then you see the kind of path he takes over the two
Yeah.
seasons, and that kind of it leads in and it gives you a bit of a backstory as to like where the Book of Boba Fett's coming from. Like, listen, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I got Jedi tattooed on the hand here. You know what I mean? Kind of neat, and I've been loving the Book of Boba Fett so far, man. Boba Fett's long been like a fan favorite in the Star
That's
Wars universe,
awesome.
and now he's getting his own show. And if you
I
guys
know.
have noticed, a lot of the Star Wars back issues are just flying right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know,
We're going crazy.
yeah, like before it used to just be like the major Star Wars books. You know what I mean? Like you'd have like Star Wars
Yeah.
1, obviously the 35-cent variants for all those, and then maybe Star Wars 42, the first Boba Fett, Star Wars 68, that cool Boba Fett cover. But now you have all these like supplemental and secondary keys that are just really
Minor
popping up.
keys. Yeah.
And so that's been pretty exciting as well. And so Danielle, I've seen you over on Whatnot all the time now. Like, share with everyone what's going on over
Like
there.
crazy. I'm adding my fourth stream on there in a couple weeks. I'm streaming every Sunday I'm playing around with the times. I was doing Sunday mornings. I'm going to try out Sunday night this week. Every Monday night, Mutant Mondays at 8 o'clock or 8:30 actually. And then Whatnot Wednesday, of course. And Whatnot Wednesday is going to have some pretty epic things coming. I've been kind of trying to drop bigger keys. I've done She-Hulk ones. I just did a Tech 359. And then I'm adding Tuesday nights also. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you need your dose of Nerdy Girl and want to bid on some books, come follow me. I'm over there 4 nights a week soon.
Man, the Whatnot Wednesday is an absolute party. You know what I mean? You guys have
Yeah,
music going
that is
on.
so much fun.
It is. It is. It's hard to say hi to you in the comments because as soon as I comment, there's like 7,000 other comments like coming through. People are having little
I know,
conversations
it's
on
so
there.
hard to keep up with them. And it's always like the dopest vibes. Like, I love the Whatnot community.
Yeah, the community in general. And let's talk
Yeah.
about the Nerdy Girl YouTube community because let's look back on some of the guests that we've had on. Guys, I think this is maybe episode maybe 10, 11,
This is our
12.
12th episode. It's our 12th consistent episode. Guys,
Wow.
I made it through 12 consistent episodes on YouTube.
And you
Around
know
the
what?
lot.
So looking back, Danielle, Sammy from Skeleton Key was their first guest. How fun was that? How excited
That
were
was
you
so
and I when we were
fun.
like, we have a guest coming
I
on? This is
know.
so exciting.
And she got to be here in person, which
I
made it
know,
even
live
better.
from Nerdy Girl Studios.
Yeah.
He was so nice. She was so pleasant to talk to, and it's fun, interacting with you guys and everyone that follows you guys from platform to platform. Knows that you guys, are BFFs and have a good rapport and whatnot.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah, and Dennis Kahn over from WADA and Collectors
Super
Universe.
excited to have him back on. He is such a wealth of knowledge.
He's a really likable guy too,
Yep.
and like you can just in talking to him, you can really feel the passion that he has for everything.
Super ambitious. What he did is pretty remarkable. He had a vision, brought it to fruition, and then turned it into something that's going to be incredible in the years to come.
Yeah, but then had other people have faith in his vision and buy his company. You know what I mean? With Collectors Universe, man, those guys own PSA now. Card
Before
Ladder.
he's 30, like that's remarkable.
Jeez, before he's 30. Like I think my biggest accomplishment before I was 30 was being able to eat like an entire pizza in one sitting. You know what I mean? We got Dennis Kahn over here, like changing the world.
Legit.
You know what I mean? Jeff Mazza, one of the consignment directors over from Metropolis Comic Connect, bringing on the action one, Mario one. Yeah.
Yeah, he brought on some crazy books, including Action Comics 1. That was amazing right after that 3.0 sale. I mean, we got to see an Action 1 break $1.5 million this year or in
That was huge.
2021.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And Danielle, tell me if I'm correct on this. Was Valerie McCluckey, was she our first auction preview that we had on?
She was with the video games.
Over from Heritage Video Grading.
Yep.
Heritage Video Grader, was that her? Or Heritage Video Games? Is that her Instagram?
Heritage Video Games.
Very good. Yeah. And so, guys, that's just a taste of some more things that we have coming up in 2022. Yeah. We have a bunch more auction previews from a bunch of the different auction houses. That's really an area that we're excited about getting more content with. And who else am I forgetting on that list, Danielle? There's been so many. It's been almost every week we've had.
Oh, we had Cole from VHS DNA.
How did I forget my new buddy Cole?
Right.
Cole, amazing guy. You know what I mean? So
super nice guy, super knowledgeable.
I went on this VHS buying like spree on eBay.
You did.
The past 2 weeks. I've been like sending everyone these like little pictures, and like most people are like, oh, they're so VHS now, right?
I made.
Oh man, Danielle, what's your favorite? So we were talking about Clueless. That's your favorite, but I see you got some like X-Men VHSs lined up in the background there.
Little animated cartoon series. Gotta rep the 90s X-Men. But Clueless was easily my favorite movie.
Yeah. Clueless,
Ferris Bueller's Day Off was another one that I loved.
Danielle, did you ever borrow your parents' car and go into like a little joyride when you were supposed to be at school growing up?
No. Did you?
Well, what do you think? Might happen once or twice, you know what I mean? The tale for another time. That's on another channel. We'll talk about those things. And guys, so we're January, we're early January right now. No rest for the wicked because auction season is already upon us. What's kicking off? We have Comic Link auction kicking off. Part 2 of the
Heritage auction dropping soon. Oh man, that Heritage auction is going to be amazing.
Guys, stay tuned for some more.
160.
No, are you a buyer on that, Danielle?
No.
What do you think that Action Comics 1 rocket cover, rocket copy goes for?
It might break the record.
It might break the 3 million record. So, guys, for those of you guys that don't know, the 6.0 is a white pages. The page quality is pretty good.
I think so, yeah.
It has a stamp of a rocket, like a little rocket ship stamp, right beside where it says Action Comics 1. And that's because I guess it was like an original owner copy. I think it's the highest graded copy that Heritage has brought to market, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is the nicest copy I've seen come to market in a long time.
And so that could be good. Also, they have a Marvel Comics 1 4.5, I believe.
Yeah.
That's another good one.
Detective 27, 5. Is it a 6.0? Detective 27, I think, or 5.0?
Yeah, 4.5, I think. 4.5.
I think the Tech 27 is a 5.
Hang on. I got my auction preview book right here.
Oh, sweet. Look it up.
Okay. So, sorry, guys. We have it right here. We have the Detective Comics 27 CGC VG Plus 4.5.
Oh, you were right. I was wrong.
Tan to off-white. That's an interesting page quality. Don't see that too often, but the books are old. What are you going to do,
Yeah.
That'll be one to watch. And so we're right into the swing of things. But with COVID kind of like traversing the world again, conventions aren't really going on right now.
Yeah, they're slowing down.
Yeah, like I run shows down here in Ottawa, and we had one scheduled on February the 6th, and we had to cancel it because COVID's going on. So, guys, it's something to definitely pay attention to because if everyone remembers what happened, for the past 2 years, you saw the market just go straight up because you have the stimulus money going out, which I don't know if that's going on again yet. Who knows? It's a crazy time, but everyone's in front of the computer screen, and with all these auctions already kicking off.
Yeah.
And everyone's home, but they're not holding back on books either. Like just on Heritage alone, like these are every book you can pretty much, imagine. AF-15s, super high grade Marvel Spotlight 5, Silver Surfer 1s, some crazy original art. I think there is the page from Secret Wars 8 where Spider-Man gets the symbiote. Like that's a massive page.
Amazing. That's amazing. Well, I think people are hungry for tangible assets.
I think that's a good point. And so three tangible assets classes that we have. We got the comics, we got the video games, and now we have the VHS. And guys, like we mentioned in the
Comic
last episode,
art, cards, all of
art
it.
cards. Yeah, but we have Comic Link and Certified Link coming out with a massive VHS auction. I think it goes live on January 7th as well. Something to pay attention to as well. So Danielle, you bring up cards. That's something that we're going to be talking a little bit more about on the channel moving forward. Stay tuned. We got some more info on that. Can't wait to share that with you guys. And so Danielle, what else? What am I missing here that we haven't shared with everyone?
I think that's all. You know, we have our Grail calls, we have our auction previews. We're really going to start diving pretty heavy into auction houses just because they're such a crucial part of the market. And I don't think that they've been getting enough love.
So, all right. So all that kind of fun stuff aside, Danielle, we haven't done a little tracking numbers yet in a little bit. And guys, like, listen, I have not prepared any numbers. I've not scripted anything right here. Normally I do. I'm pretty on the ball, except for today because we couldn't figure out what we were going to talk about. What are some things that you have your eye on moving into 2022 that you think some people should be paying attention to, Danielle?
Well, I personally would like to get a high grade X-Men 1, 9.0 or above. So I'm going to hope that we see a little bit of a softening on X-Men 1 so I can scoop one. I think Hulk 181 is going to be a book this year.
You think it's going to be a book this year?
Yeah, I do.
Because it's only a matter of time. Do you think we see the X-Men pop out in the MCU this year?
Hopefully, yeah. I think Avengers 1 is still a sleeper book. I think Tales to Astonish 27 is still super undervalued. I think Tales 39 is finally starting to get some love. Spidey 1 is really starting to pick up heat with AF-15 getting so expensive. It only makes sense that people would start going for Spidey 1s. And I think that's not going to slow down this coming year.
You know what I wonder about right now is like, has the Spider-Man hype train and values, are those going to start softening now a little bit?
I think that you'll see a softening on some of the key issues, like the minor key issues and like some of the villains, but Spidey 1, AF-15, no.
You've had a change of heart about AF-15,
no,
Danielle.
It's not that I've had a change of heart. I still think that book is too expensive, but sales speak for themselves and the market speaks for itself. And that book is still going strong.
You know what?
I am a fan of Spidey 1 over AF-15 right now.
You're a fan of Spidey 1 over AF-15.
I'd be buying Spidey 1s, which I am, not AF-15s.
Okay, now here's another question. So your beloved Thor, Journey into Mystery 83, how do you feel about that book?
Still a sleeper. Buy that book.
Yeah, still a sleeper. Buy that book.
Buy that book. Yes. Buy Journey 83s. Yes. 100% buy Journey 83s.
Okay, buy Journey 83. Here's one actually, Journey into Mystery 85. That has kind of softened down a little bit since the show. Do you think that's a good buy right now? Because Loki's going to be relevant again in a couple.
Yeah, I think Loki is super important in the MCU and they're not done with him. So yeah, like it kind of peaked and then it softened. So buy on the dips.
Buy on the dip
market. Buy on the dips.
You know what has not stopped?
Hulk 180, I think, got really cheap after like spiking, and I think Hulk 180 is a good buy.
Yeah, it was almost like a year ago right now that everything really took off as far as value. Specifically, Hulk 180, Giants' X-Men 1, X-Men 94, and 181. But you're right, we have seen a softening in those prices like recently. I think everyone just brought their copies to market at the same time.
Too much,
and then combine that with like, the holiday season. It was kind of weird over the holiday season because you had like the super expensive books, like the 20K plus books, just like soaring. And then you had like your kind of 2,000 to like 20,000 books that were softened. So I think what that's evident of is two different buying pools,
Oh, 100%. People who are spending $20,000 on a book normally aren't trying to figure out, well, do I buy the book or do I be adultish?
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, it's interesting to kind of track these trends. So when you hear a lot of people posting about the
Christmas,
sky is falling,
people were buying presents for their families, like
Yeah, like identify the buying pool for the book that you're in, because
Yeah.
if one book's performing poorly in mid grade does not necessarily mean it's performing poorly
Yep.
in the higher grades. You know what, a book I've been noticing, Danielle, that has not softened at all is Hulk 1. That book is like, it just continues to take jumps moving up.
But that was always an undervalued key, especially in high grade. That book is so hard above 8.0.
It is, but even like the lower grades, Danielle,
Oh, yeah, I know. That book is fire.
like from 2.5s to 4s, these things are just
But that was
taking.
really the last one to take off. I mean, Tales to Astonish still hasn't gotten respect, which it will. But if you think about it, Hulk was really the last one to kind of take off of the big major first appearances.
You know what's interesting, Danielle? And I think back to your point with Journey 83, if you compare Journey into Mystery 83 with like a Hulk in comparable grades, specifically like low grades, it's like the Hulk is like 3 times what a Journey into Mystery 83 is. More specifically, first appearances of Doctor Doom over in Fantastic Four 5 in comparable grades in like 5.0s were until recently, and I haven't checked numbers today before going on, but they were actually exceeding comparable grades in Journey into Mystery 83.
I know.
And like, I love Doom. Like, don't get me wrong, he's my dude. But like,
the first superhero of Thor.
yeah. But so that goes to show, I've been keeping my eyes open around for a couple of them, but I always get
I know. I owe
sidetracked.
you photos.
Yeah, I asked for pictures of one of Danielle's Journey into Mystery 83 about December 23rd, and we're still waiting for them. They're in the mail. But when you're as busy on whatnot as Danielle is, they're on the way, which is probably a good thing for my bank account because I still have one. But that's exciting. And so, what else? We saw Kingpin. Danielle, are you caught up on Hawkeye now? I'm wearing a nice Hawkeye shirt today. Okay, do you think we're going to be seeing Kingpin again, or do you think that's it for Kingpin?
Yeah, he's coming back.
Kingpin's coming back. What do you think of Amazing Spider-Man 50 in that case?
Well, I think I've always loved Spidey 50. That cover is bananas, and Kingpin is like, okay, so I don't understand with Kingpin where he got his strength from. Do you? Like, have they ever really shared all the way how he got his strength?
Well, it's like one of these things, like, how did Hawkeye, like, how can he never miss? I think they did talk about the fact that he's like 600 pounds, 6'6", of like just solid muscle. And he's like versed in like the arts of judo and fast talking.
But Kingpin's like a badass. So
yeah, he's pretty cool.
I like Spidey 50. Like, ridiculous cover and such a dope super like villain.
So do you think that's a buy now, or kind of wait for that to soften for a couple months?
I think wait. Because it got expensive because of Hawkeye, and wait a little bit. That'll come back down a little bit. I don't think it's going to drop, but I think you'll get like maybe 15 or 20% dip.
And guys, so if you've been paying attention to, the channel, watching Danielle, she likes certain books. She's vocal about them, but she's also very vocal about books that she doesn't like, specifically Daredevil 1. So what's your position going into 2022 about Daredevil 1, Danielle?
Still not a fan of Daredevil. I have a Daredevil 1 coming in because I'll buy him at the right price, and I'll sell him, but he's still not my favorite superhero, and it's kind of a lame cover.
Yeah, but you got Spider-Man on the cover. And speaking of Spider-Man Daredevil, I think maybe we're going to see some Spider-Man Daredevil synergy coming up in the upcoming projects. If you guys haven't watched No Way Home, go check that out. We're not going to spoil anything or ruin anything here, but
although you know what, we're getting to the point now where like spoilers aren't as like unexpected.
Okay, so spoilers aren't as unexpected, but there could be some synergy in the future.
Yeah,
who knows? Which is pretty cool. Now, Danielle, here's another question: do you see Punisher, specifically John Bernthal, getting brought into the MCU because a bunch of those other characters have kind of moved on in?
Yes. I definitely think so, yes.
And then what do you think, to take a wild guess, when do you think he's going to arrive? When do you think he's going to land for us?
I don't know. I don't really have a guess. Like, I'm really bad at predicting things when it comes to the MCU because they always have some kind of trickery up their sleeves.
No kidding. That's so true. Well, Danielle, so that was kind of my spiel for books. Are there any books that you want to bring up?
No, and you didn't prepare me for this, Ryan.
I didn't prepare myself for it.
So I'm excited. Actually, coming out of 2021 and going into 2022, I'm excited the Golden Age keys have finally started picking up steam and are starting to get love and respect. So I'm pumped to see what comes in 2022 for Golden Age. I'm on the hunt for a few Golden Age books with just like really cool covers, kind of key issues, but like minor keys and early issues. So I'm hoping to pick up a couple of those, and I'm excited to see what the keys do this year. How many we see, because like they don't come up as often. You don't get a Flash one every single auction, or a Soup one every single auction like you do with AF-15 and Spidey one.
Yeah, it's definitely not like 5 years ago where you could literally just like open up eBay, and you'll see books out there.
Yeah.
You'll see 98 white pages, pretty much everything for like modern bronze stuff. Silver Age stuff is available at auctions. You'll see them like coming around, often enough. I remember I was looking for a Marvel Comics one a number of years ago when it was not at the prices it's at right now. And like, every 3 months you'd see them like roll through one of the auctions, that's not the case. Maybe once a year now you'd see some of these like better books. But I'm really excited to see what
I know, I'm so excited.
has in store. And guys, we have tons coming. It's just so Danielle and I this week. COVID was a factor with some of the plans on who we were going to have on this week. So we're like, let's just have a fun Danielle Ryan episode just to kind of chat, freestyle it out a little bit.
Hey, what's up? Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. But we can't wait to share with you everything we have coming up, guys. Over the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a bunch of new concepts, the Nerdy Girl family growing. And that's it for me this week. Danielle, anything you want to sign out with?
That's it. I'm excited guys, for 2022.
Like the show, subscribe to the channel.
We're our video game show names, please, and thank you. Go follow me on Whatnot. Go follow Nefarious on Instagram. IG, aka Ryan, my best co-host.
That's right.
And yeah, that's it. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.